My dear buddies, welcome back to the Motocast show with Zoe. The beach bike fest that happened in Bhubaneswar. Well, not exactly Bhubaneswar, it is Konark, it is away from Bhubaneswar. Uh, it has been the best motorcycle festival that I've ever been to. Oh my God. Of course, it requires a separate podcast altogether to talk about it. But there I got an opportunity to ride the Kawasaki KLX230 on the beach. And it was absolutely amazing. So today, let's talk about it, Zoe.
Yes, after seeing those pictures of you on that motorcycle, I could see that happy face of yours. You were rejoicing and enjoying that motorcycle, and I haven't seen you smiling that much on a motorcycle since a very long time. Because
I even put a short video on Instagram of me riding that motorcycle on the beach. So I'll let you know how the story unfolded. It was the afternoon of 2nd February, and the festival was going on. And I was near the Kawasaki stall. I wouldn't exactly call it a stall, but Kawasaki motorcycles were kept there. And I went there and I said, I want to ride this motorcycle. And whoever the person was there representing Kawasaki said, absolutely, Vikas. But why on the roads? We are arranging a ride on the beach. I said, wow, that is going to be awesome. And then I said, first, let me sit on the motorcycle. Because, see, when you look at this KLX 230, she does not look very appealing. When you look at her, she will look like, okay, kind of an interesting motorcycle, but you will not turn back and look at her. There is no wow factor visually. Got it? If you park an impulse, the older model will look way more appealing in front of the KLX 230. Xpulse, the Pro model, probably will look way more appealing. But it is not always about the looks, correct? It is about the performance. So, when I sat on this motorcycle, the first thing that I noticed, oh my God, the front shock absorbers. When you hold the handle, the steering handle like this and push it down, I cannot express that feeling. It was like when you put your hand, I mean, no one would have done this. It's a weird thing I'm saying, but if you put your hand into uh, butter and press it, how would it feel? Literally, it's like that. It was so smooth. When you push the steering, the front handle down, it would compress and expand in a beautiful manner. And so I told that gentleman there at the Kawasaki stall that let me ride this motorcycle immediately. So you will see me riding on the beach, and I was going fast. Now, this motorcycle, the horsepower is slightly lesser than 18 bhp. People would feel, what is 18 bhp today? Nothing, correct? Many of the 200 cc's are producing 25 bhp. So 18 bhp feels extremely underpowered. But remember, this motorcycle is 139 kgs dry, and that is very lightweight. And power to weight ratio is a big thing. So when I was riding this motorcycle on the beach, I was going full throttle. And on the beach, it is not exactly a smooth surface. You will see in this video that it was pretty bumpy, but I did not feel a thing. I was able to go full throttle, I was able to go fast, and it literally felt like I was gliding. Wow. And there is a proper button, a physical button to switch off the ABS. It's very easy to do that. So I switched off the ABS, and the motorcycle had great traction. I was riding on water, on sand, and wow. So
Right.
this motorcycle is expensive. But I don't like to use the word expensive because the meaning of expensive is when you're paying more than what something deserves. That is expensive. Got it. So, if something has the performance, if something has the reason to pay for, then it is not expensive, it is just highly priced. Got it? So, this motorcycle, now we had a similar discussion there uh, with the Kawasaki people during the beach bike fest that who would be the buyer. So basically, well, generally in our country, we always keep looking for that value for money proposition. Yes, it is important. I like to live a frugal life. I do not like to waste money. But let us just think you are doing well in your life. Okay. You have bought a house, you have emergency funds, you have done some investments. So at that point of time, you want to buy something which is exclusive. Exclusivity makes you feel good. Okay. After you worked for many years securing your position with a corporate company or setting up your business, you would want to buy something which stands out. So if you go for a group ride or go to an event or simply riding uh, on the road, then if you have a motorcycle, which is very rare, it does make you feel good. So for that reason, if you have to spend double the price of buying an Xpulse, I would say it's not a bad idea. Because see, 3.8 lakhs is a lot of money, but it is not the amount of money which can destroy your life. Correct? I'm not talking about 30 lakhs. I'm not talking about 40 lakhs. So, if you are someone who has been saving, say 30,000 rupees per month, you're saving, and if you have saved for a year, you can think about buying this motorcycle, and it is going to be very exclusive. And not only the looks, but the performance, you can't beat it. It is unbelievably good. So, you will have a motorcycle which would perform extremely well and would be very exclusive. And even 10, 15, 20 years from now, you would have a very special motorcycle. So, in that case, I would say, even a person like me, I would I would be interested in buying this motorcycle. The first time I sat on the motorcycle and cranked up the engine on the beach, to be honest, it did not feel anything special at all. Okay. It was a very simple, straightforward single cylinder doing catch, 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 catch. Nothing. Okay. So it is not very refined. It is not like a Honda, uh, engine. It is kind of on the rougher side, probably because it has been engineered to be a tough engine because it's more like a dirt bike. So the internal components have been built to be very rugged. So engine is not smooth. It is not refined. It sounds very ordinary. People might laugh at you after you buy this motorcycle. When you crank up the engine, they might say, "Hey, it sounds so ordinary." But all that will disappear the moment you get onto a dirt road and you start performing. And also, a very nice point Zoe mentioned that yes, this motorcycle can be used for commute. You can go buy grocery on this motorcycle, you can go to office. The gear ratios, they are perfect for the city. The gearing is not very tall, Tall gearing is basically in the city. If you're riding in the third gear, it will knock. You have to downshift. So all those problems are not there in the city. I'm sure you can ride in third gear and she will still keep cruising. And I'm sure she will not overheat. So you can use this motorcycle as a commuter. You can use this motorcycle as an absolute adventure motorcycle. And you can also tour on this motorcycle, but she's not going to be very comfortable for touring.
Right, Vikas bhai. So, like, I can say that this is more like I think we have got a premium off-road motorcycle in the market right now.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
If you want to have a very exclusive superbike, then you got to spend around 30 lakh rupees, correct? Because something like the ZX10R is not very exclusive anymore, although she's an amazingly good motorcycle. So you would have to spend about 30 lakhs to probably get some S1000RR kind of a motorcycle. But the highest amount of exclusivity that you're going to get in 3.8 lakhs is only by buying the Kawasaki KLX230.
So yeah, the Kawasaki KLX is not the motorcycle that we'll be spotting on the every other traffic
True.
signal, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yes. See, I would like to say now I am not some great off-road rider. Okay. Most of us are not. And we shouldn't even push too hard, because if we fall and break our bones without practice or without a proper off-road riding gear, then it is going to be bad. So now, since we are not some great off-road riders, we are hobbyists. We go and ride off-road as a hobby. So for us, even if we ride the Xpulse, Xpulse Pro or the KLX230, our performance is not going to drastically improve. We are only going to feel different when you ride. The way the suspension is behaving, we will feel different, but we are not going to all of a sudden become CS Santosh or something like that. So for a common man like us, performance is not the main thing to buy the KLX 230. Of course, she's going to perform better than any Xpulse, but it is only about a feel good factor. That is all about it. You better have some serious extra cash, because in the end, she is a Kawasaki and everything is going to be expensive. The chain is going to be expensive. Every lever is going to be expensive. The front forks servicing is going to be expensive. So,
Absolutely true. So Xpulse will be the low maintenance
yeah.
girlfriend. You don't have to worry much. You can take her on tea
Right.
dates.
Thank you, buddies. Take care. Always remember, it doesn't matter which motorcycle you ride, enjoy the passion. Every motorcycle is a good motorcycle.